This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most, so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win.
We have finally made it to the national championship game with the Indiana Hoosiers taking on the Miami Hurricanes. Indiana has been the best team in college football this year. Still have not lost a game, a perfect 15-0 record on the year. Dalton, they're the highest graded team in the country. They had the Heisman Trophy winner right behind me here in Fernando Mendoza. And I remember going into that Big Ten title game, one maybe weakness that we thought we could have from Indiana was them against man coverage. But this guy and Indiana's receivers have been almost flawless against man coverage in recent weeks.
I think it's been for a couple of different reasons that this team has improved against man coverage, because you're right. I questioned if they had real blazing speed on the outside and if Mendoza was going to be willing enough to make those throws into tight windows. Well, late in the season, down the stretch here and into the postseason, he has been able to make those throws into those one-on-one matchups to Elijah Surratt, to Omar Cooper, to Charlie Becker, the guy who's really emerged down the stretch since the Penn State game. And you look at Mendoza's numbers since week 10, all right? This covers 7 games for Fernando here. 94.9 passing grade, elite stuff against man coverage. 10 yards per attempt. 11 passing touchdowns. 12 big-time throws just against man coverage in his last 7 games. He's making his best throws at the right time of year into one-on-one matchups. And look at that. Look at that. Attacking downfield. 14.3-yard average depth of target. That's crazy when you think about how willing he is now to attack downfield. Not that he wasn't before, but when they got press man before, he was just a little less willing, right? Like he was trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the chemistry with his receivers, because for as great as he's been this year and he's won the Heisman, we have to remember, this is the only season he's going to play at Indiana, right? So he walked in here and he had to figure out the chemistry with all of these receivers, a lot of them veterans who have been here with Indiana, was with them for the playoff run last year. So Mendoza getting this much better at this aspect of his game, to me, it's made Indiana's offense now just unstoppable.
So let's show some examples of Fernando Mendoza against man coverage in, say, the postseason right now. First one against Alabama.
So sometimes it's really simple, right? You got a team showing you a heavy blitzing type of look in here. There's 8 guys in the box, right? We're getting man-to-man coverage down here on Surratt, in the slot here on Cooper. Looks like this kind of low safety here, I should say, has the tight end here in man-to-man. And they're showing me a pressure look, right? So what Mendoza's going to do is just look to his favorite matchup. Right on the outside, you're going to get a couple of sluggos, slant and goes right in here, take a hard jab step to the inside. Same thing here from Cooper, hard jab step inside and try to get vertical. And what I like what Indiana's going to do here, not only are they going to get these one-on-one matchups, but everybody is going to stay in protection. Alabama ran a lot of zero blitzes like this in this game. 8-man protection. So Mendoza is confident in the protection. He's confident in his receivers. He's confident in the concept. So let's get into it right here. You get to the top of the drop. I should say again. 8-man protection. We've got, by my count, 6 guys that are blitzing. So you've got them outnumbered. We're plenty protected, but we're still in man coverage on the outside. So here you see Surratt take the head fake in. He's going to get vertical, and at this point, with this much space in the pocket, all I need is Fernando to make a really good throw to the end zone. Of course, that's what he's going to do. Release the ball on time. This is the other thing, too, that just continues to get better, and it almost doesn't look like he's only been here for one season. When you look at the timing of when Fernando's throwing this ball, they're just about even. Surratt's starting to get a step on him there, and it's just an absolute dime into the back corner of the end zone, right? I mean, you can't get any more accurate than that right there. It's an example of a big-time throw, but trusting what you see one-on-one matchups, let's go. Easy money against a zero coverage. Okay, now, what I like about Fernando, too, it's not just about identifying one-on-one matchups when it's obvious. It's about reading safeties and seeing things after the snap. So, once again, we're going to get man coverage, but pre-snap, it doesn't necessarily look like that. Now we've got 2 high safeties. There's a chance this could be a quarters look. Maybe we get a drop-off here, and, we're not exactly sure what this safety is doing. So this is one where we got to check post-snap. But what we're going to do, here's Charlie Becker up top. This against Wisconsin. He's going to get inside release and get to the skinny post right up here in between the number and the hash. Okay, so what Fernando's got to do to get to that backside, number one, check this safety because he's squatting a little bit lower than this free safety on the left back here. So maybe he's sitting down waiting on number 3 and quarters, or maybe this is a cover one robber type look where this safety's going to get deep and he's going to sit here as the robber. So as we get into this, into the drop, okay? Fernando, first thing he's checking, look at his eyes. What is he checking? Good quarterbacks read safeties. Bang, right here. He's still sitting. That looks like a robber to me. We're not really rotating back to the middle of the field, this free safety, because he's trying to split the trips down here. We're the 3-by-1 down here, so he's trying to respect the trips. The problem is Charlie Becker being the guy that emerges with the size and speed, all of a sudden you have a problem because he's already even with the corner, and if this safety's squatting, boom, all I got to do is keep him skinny with the throw directly up the field and just beat this safety to the spot. So Fernando recognizes his safety and goes, you know what? He's sitting low. Let's take this shot. Remember I talked about that high average depth of target? This is how it happens right here. Okay, here we go. Boom. Oh, now we got more separation from the corner and the safety. He has no idea where Charlie Becker is at this point. So there's legitimately a corner out here with no help. Fernando gets rid of this football. And again, you can see this free safety, who's actually the deep free, is the cover one guy back here, right? He's not split in the middle of the field like he normally would, so he has extra ground to cover. But if you're Fernando, you still don't want to drag him into this area. You want to keep him skinny right up here and keep him from getting to the hash mark. So not only is it great timing, not only is it a great read, but terrific accuracy. You see how Becker here catches this ball still about 3 yards or so from the hash mark? If he had thrown that toward a more traditional post to the hash, safety interrupts it. Pass breakup, interception, something bad could happen. But that's how you take advantage of one-on-one matchups. Now, okay, here we go. 3 receivers on this side, 1, 2, 3 with the back. Tight end here. We got a one-on-one here. This is, if you remember, the big third down play that really put the Ohio State game away, right? Now what's going to happen? They're showing me man-to-man coverage. That's pretty obvious on the outside, right? Max, who's this right here?
That is Caleb Downs.
That's the best safety in the country, Caleb Downs. Now, Caleb Downs as a single high free is pretty darn good. Now, sometimes it's about knowing where you want to throw it. Sometimes it's about knowing exactly where you don't want to throw it. Do we want to throw it at Caleb Downs, Max?
I would not advise that.
Absolutely not. But the difference here also is that this is not, it looks like cover one for now, but it's actually not. This is actually going to be a bracket. What Ohio State decided to do on this play was, hey, no matter what, Elijah Surratt right up here, you're not getting the football. So we've got one-on-one here with Davison Igbinosun, and we've got Caleb Downs is going to get vision on him, and they're going to go inside out there in the bracket. You're not throwing the ball to Elijah Surratt. You know why that's okay? Fine. Hey, I got my guy Charlie Becker about to get vertical. Fine. Let's go one-on-one. Charlie Becker, Jermaine Matthews. Let's see what happens, right? So when you talk about, okay, now I can't go to the X on the weak side here. I got to go into the field, into the formation here, and win a one-on-one on this side. Boom. Get into the top of the drop. He checked Downs briefly in his drop. You see Downs' posture here? That's the double team. Outside leverage from the corner. We cannot throw this ball to Elijah Surratt. That's fine. Right here, he's even. What is he, Max?
He's leaving.
Let's go. Charlie Becker's been our best vertical weapon, I would argue, through the second half of this season. Mendoza sees it at the top of his drop already. Get rid of the football. This is right when he lets go of the ball. Starting to get about a half step here. And honestly, pretty tight coverage even all the way through the end. But look at this ball. I mean, just unbelievable ball placement with the Big Ten title game on the line. But again, understanding where we need to go with the football when it comes to those one-on-one matchups. I got 2 more for you. They're a little bit different style here. Okay, now, when you talk about let's not just work to the outside now like we did those first few, let's work to the inside, okay? 2-by-2 against Oregon here, and different types of throws. We got vertical on the first 3. Mendoza is as good as anybody in the country, maybe the best at throwing these back shoulder balls. So up top here, we've got man-to-man coverage. We're going to get a little hitch here, classic concept. Hitch, slot fade here. But what he's going to have to do is check 2 things. Number 1, who's this right here, Max?
That'd be Dylan Thieneman.
That's maybe the next best free safety in college football, and Dylan Thieneman. And what you don't want to do is he's maybe the best single high free safety, and we're showing a pretty solid cover one look here. You need to make sure, because he knows he wants Surratt right here going to the back shoulder. We'll get there in a minute. But you have to stay honest in your drop, and you have to keep safeties honest in your drop. So the first thing he needs to look at, first and foremost, if he's going to go to Surratt, is Dylan Thieneman. Because if you give him an extra step and you telegraph this, he will get all the way over there and pick this ball off. So when we get into the drop for Mendoza, right here, check the middle of the field, get his eyes on Thieneman first. Now, Thieneman's starting to cheat, but keeping him honest helps me out instead of staring it down where he can get in a full sprint here. Now, Well, he's got to get back over. We got the slot fade going. He has to decide, does Surratt have him beat? Or if the corner's on top, are we going back shoulder at about 15 to 20 yards in there? We get to the next step of this. He's decided very, very quickly, mind you, that this corner's on top. He sees it. And because he's held Thieneman within his drop and into the top of his drop, Thieneman still has a long way to go from the hash all the way out to the sideline to get there. And now he's just got to put it on the back shoulder for Surratt to work with and box out this corner and make the play. Mendoza's decision-making here, along with the process that goes with it, outstanding in a matter of maybe 2.2, 2.3 seconds. Unbelievable stuff. Last one, again against Oregon. One thing I want to throw at you, Max. You want Mendoza's career touchdown to interception ratio in the red zone?
What is it?
48-1.
Wow.
48 touchdowns, 1 interception in the red zone. Multiple reasons for this. One, the field vision, like we've mentioned before with the reads. Is your ability to read defenses really comes into play in these tight spaces. Because so many guys in the country can make those vertical throws. They can go, okay, yeah, press man, let's chuck it. Down in these windows, this is when it gets difficult and you have to be decisive and accurate as well. Plus, Mendoza's a master of the RPO game. So what you're going to get here, inside zone RPO going this way. Now, you've got Elijah Surratt in here on a slant underneath. And this is Omar Cooper matched up one-on-one with a safety. Now, when you look at this inside leverage, you're about 2 yards inside here because he's still trying to play and run support on the weak side there. So Cooper's going to get to about the goal line and break outside right there. Mendoza reading that leverage knows this. Now, sometimes RPOs come with the hard fake and you're reading as you go. Sometimes you're just reading leverage and going with it pre-snap and trusting your read pre-snap. So we get into this. The back goes. Everybody else is stepping in to play the run. Obviously stepping up, linebacker, and Cooper's already got him beat to the outside. Mendoza saw this pre-snap. All he's got to do now is get rid of the football, put it in an accurate spot. Again, the timing, if you look at this, ball's out of his hand right here. The ball's out of his hand. Cooper's nowhere near looking at it yet, but he trusts him enough. And this is the one thing, too, that's come with later in the season. For as great as Indiana played the first half of the year, there's even more trust with this receiver. These receivers, I should say, more chemistry with these receivers. The fact that you can, with just, 8 or 9 months of practice time, that you can get in here and throw the ball with this level of chemistry and that level of accuracy, this safety never stood a chance. Doesn't stand a chance against Omar Cooper much anyway. Most safeties aren't going to be able to. But with that throw and that decisive a read, when you talk about this Indiana team beating man-to-man coverage, it's a combination of everything. But Mendoza and the trust he has in these receivers, the emergence of Charlie Becker as a third threat, and then his ability to just see the field, unparalleled right now in college football.
So for any Miami fans wondering, he's also one of the best quarterbacks in the country against zone coverage. So great against man coverage, great against zone coverage, great from a clean pocket. And yes, Miami does have the best pass rushing grade in college football right now, but Fernando Mendoza also has the best passing grade of any Power 4 quarterback against pressure this year. The Heisman Trophy winner has been completely unflappable this year, and now he and Indiana are 1 win away from capturing the first ever national title in program history.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff. Because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.